Yeah, sorry about that. I just had the mute on. Listen, I didn't think I'd be back. Be on this time in the afternoon. Yeah. Didn't think I'd be on this time in the afternoon, but I'm here. Big up the chat at the moment. That's popping off. Still, big up the chat and everybody in the chat, and I'll get to it. I'll get to the chat in a minute. I'll get to the chat in a minute. But before I start the show, please like and subscribe to the channel. Like and subscribe to the channel, and also share the content on all social media platforms, please. Please do that. Yeah, well, it's with a heavy heart at the end of the day that Jurgen Klopp has announced today that he's leaving at the end of the season. Um, I don't know what to think about this situation. Literally don't know what to think about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a come out of the blue. However, and he did say it, and which I will get to the interview in a minute. I've got the interview just now. We're gonna go through it. He did say it today that he has informed the club and days sort of like of of his intentions to leave the club in the season. Do you know what I mean? And we're getting to the reasons why. Do you know what I mean? That he's going to leave the club. We're getting to that obviously in the interview. Do you know what I mean? But I literally don't know what to say. I literally don't know what to say. I'm just lost for words. All I can say today, all you fans at the day, or all you Liverpool fans, yeah, that sort of like wanted Klopp out. Well, you got your wish now, ain't you? He's going in season. Right. Ravi, big up Ravi in the building. He goes, big up Roddy. Big up to you, Ravi. Loyal support of mine. Big up to you. Some Liverpool fans saying Klopp, was it Klopp selfish for leaving, but did say in November that he was thinking to go. Yeah, well, you're gonna get those. You're gonna get those fans at the end of Liverpool, and they, you know what I mean. One minute they want to Klopp out, next minute they're saying it's selfish when he does go. Do you know what I mean? Big up Brian in the building. He goes, ignore that noise, Ravi. Yeah, true. Jin, big up yourself. excuse me, Jim, big up yourself. He says Alonso is the what's it is the Alonso is the heir to the throne. Yeah, yeah, could be the direction of like what FSG's wants to go through. I think that these close title races and nearly winning the quad, but not doing it has finally caught up. I don't know. Maybe. We will have to. We'll have 4 trophies to go for with Klopp. So let's focus on that. In my opinion, that's Brian. I'm actually gonna put in my group chat that I'm live. Let me put my group chat. I'm live. Bear with me a second, chappies. Okay. Come and talk to me. I really wanna know you. Can I talk to Bomba? Ravi says, "Come on, man." Ravi says, "Rod's respect is that the extended version of the intro, like the 12-inch dub plate special." Yeah, man, that's true. Extended club mix, Ravi. Easy ride, big up. Fuzzy's vibes. Yeah, trust. Mute, yeah, I was on mute. Edward, big up yourself, Edward. He says, I'm sat crying. I'm broken rods. Boy. Boy, I feel your pain, my friend. Feel your pain. Early Doors TV, big up Early Doors Early Doors Football TV, big up to you. Big up Anfield Uncle Rodz. Sad news, but got to respect Klopp as well. Yeah, I suppose you have to. Is it Rod's big shot? This is coming from Brian. Rod's big shot, but we can go out on a high this season, win the league and cup, and everyone can say job done. And thanks to Jurgen. Yep, big up. Brian, your joke, Salah. Who's this? Hot Fuzz, crazy scenes. Yeah, trust. Right, let's get into the actual sort of like the interview. Yeah, I'm gonna get into the interview. Make this bigger. Let's get into the interview. Right. Make myself smaller for a minute. Let's get into let's get into this.
To our supporters, would you like to tell them what? Well, Jurgen, we're here because you have an important message to deliver to our supporters. Would you like to tell them what that is?
Yeah, I have to. I will leave the club at the end of the season. I can understand that it's people in this moment when you hear it the first time, and but obviously I can explain it, or at least try. to explain it. And I love absolutely everything about this club. I love everything about the city. I love everything about our supporters. I love the team. Love the stuff. Love everything. That I still take this decision probably will or shows you that I'm convinced it's the one I have to take. It is that I'm, how can I say, that I'm running out of energy. I have no problem now. Obviously, I think I know it already for longer, that I will have to announce that at one point. But I'm absolutely fine now. But I know that I cannot do the job again and again and again and again. And after all the years we had together, and after all the time we spent together, and after all the things we went through together, the respect grew for you, the love grew for you, and the least thing I owe you is the truth. And that's the truth.
You obviously offered a lot of detail in that first answer, but I'm sure you appreciate how big this news is for our supporters. So we'll drill down into some of the topics and the reasons behind your decision. I think the first thing fans will want to know is something happened? Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm healthy, so as much as you can in my age, little bips and bobs, stuff like that, but nothing anybody has to be concerned about. So that's absolutely fine. It's I told the club already in November. It is that I have to explain a little bit that maybe the job I do, it's people see from the outside. I'm on the touchline, training sessions, stuff like this. But obviously, the majority of
Yeah. Uh, I mean, I can understand, Dave, you know, that sort of like feeling of like, that you cannot sort of like do the job over and over again. Do you know what I mean? Um, and in fact, to run an energy, but like, I just think at the end of the day that you've just recently signed a contract extension. Do you know what I mean? And what I mean? No disrespect to you, because obviously at the end of the day you're a brilliant manager. You've given me some brilliant movement moments. You know what I mean? Amazing moments as a manager. Do you know what I mean? You've changed the ethos at the end of the day of like Liverpool Football Club to what it should be, to what it always was. Do you know what I mean? You literally changed back the foundations. You know what I mean? So in that respect, and that I will never, excuse me, I will never ever have any problem with you. You know what I mean? I think you're one of the best managers at the day that's been at the Liverpool Football Club. You know what I mean? For a long time. Do you know what I mean? I mean that's even over the fact of Benitez. I even rate you over the fact of Benitez still. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm just thinking that day when you sign that contract extension, wouldn't you have known then that they were look, that's sort of like I couldn't sort of like I can't do this again and again and again. Do you know what I mean? So probably I'll probably say and they listen and they I don't want to go, but like I will probably say like couldn't you've known back then and the day that sort of like couldn't you have made a decision back then and then they said look no, I'm not going to sign another contract because I'm going to leave at the end of my, and I'm going to leave at the end of this contract because at the end of the day, sort of like, I can't do this, keep on doing this, keep on doing this. I've got no energy. You know what I mean? In the meantime, you've implemented things in place, like you put your wife in charge of the boot room. So, like, what's going to happen now? And then when you leave, all that goes with you. Do you know what I mean? All that goes with you. Obviously, your wife and then they will come out of the boot room, and obviously there's talk at the moment now that's sort of like Pep Linders is going to be going as well. Victor Manonis he's going as well. Do you know what I mean? So not only you're going and then the structure of what you built under is going. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. What's this one here? Hot fuzz. My chocolate milk. Juju has caused Liverpool's demise. Won't go that far, my friend. But hey, Rods, what when a new manager comes in, they are going to want their own style and players in. So, do you do you some players being moved? Do I see some players being moved on? Yeah, I do. I do. That's always the way. When a new manager comes in, no matter who it is, you know what I mean. They may not fancy certain players, and they so yeah, that's always the case. I do see that. I do literally see that players being moving on. Hot Fuzz, Ryan said, big up. Um, Thankfully, it's Hot Fuzz. Thankfully, it isn't anything serious. Jurgen, for Jurgen, well-being of anything wrong with the family. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a one. Obviously, one good thing. That's a good thing still. Heartbreaking settings. So big up Stefano in the building. Big up to you. Uh, Big up Ravi. There was the people saying Alonso for the job. He would be decent as he knows Liverpool and won. Was it? Oh yeah, he won the Champions League with us. I don't know if it is too soon. Then again, what is the right time for a young manager to come in? Um, Come in like him. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Brian says this year is all his backroom staff going and Pep. Yep, yep, everything's going, mate. Um, Jordan says, Jordan, big up Jordan Himes TV, big up. Make sure you like and subscribe to sort of like his channel. Subscribe to Jordan Himes TV. Um, hey, hey, Jordan, that's come from Brian. Jordan says, hey, Brian, I really hope this becomes motivation and not a distraction. Yep, yep. I hope so as well, Brian. I hope so as well. Roz, what's your thoughts? Is if it was Alonso, you know what? I'm still honest at the day, Ravs. Yeah, I mean, I'm still battling at the end of the day with this um with this news. Uh, yeah, this is Jordan Hines' channel, so make sure you like and subscribe to his channel. I'm still battling on the news, my friend. Still battling with the news. Okay.
All the things happen around these kind of things. That means a season starts and you plan pretty much the next season already. And when we sat there together talking about potential signings, the next summer camp, and can we go wherever, I just realized I'm not. The thought came up. I'm not sure I'm then here anymore. And I was surprised by myself about that. And then I started obviously thinking about it. And it started, no, it didn't start, but of course, last season, it was kind of a super difficult season. And there were moments when in other clubs, probably the decision would have been, yeah, come on, thank you very much for everything, but probably we should split here or finish it and end it here. That didn't happen here, obviously. And for me, it was super, super, super important that I can help to bring this team back on the rails. That was all I was thinking about. And when I realized pretty early, okay, that happened. That's a really good team with massive potential, super age group, super characters, all that. And I could start thinking about myself again, and that was the outcome. and it's not what I want to. It's just what I think is 100% right. Um, and yeah, that's it.
Is there a reason you're making this decision now, particularly given the stage of the season we're at?
Oh, in an idle world, of course. In an idle world, I wouldn't have said anything to nobody, and until the end of the season, win everything, and then say, "Oh, goodbye." Um, it's not possible. It's not possible in the world we are living in. It's not possible to keep things like this secret. It's maybe a surprise that it was that we could keep it until now, but there are so many.
It is possible. It is possible to keep it a secret. You just don't tell anybody. You just don't tell anybody. The only person you probably share the information would be your wife, and to say to your wife, and then well, this is what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? And then close to the end of the season, and they right, you know what I mean? Or even when the season finishes, you just leave. You know what I mean? You just leave. You understand me? That's what you just do. So it's possible to keep it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not sort of having a go at Klopp. I'm just saying that it is possible to keep it secret. You just share the information and they with people that you trust. Not to say anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, i.e., your wife. And if you and Pep Linders are such good friends, you share it with Pep Linders. You know what I mean? You know, and so it's possible to keep it a secret. I just think at the day, obviously in the chat at the day, man said like, I hope he's like motivation, not distraction. So do I. I just think in the day it's a bit of a distraction in the day to sort of like say it now. Do you know what I mean? It's it kind of it could endanger our season when you think about it. Do you know what I mean? It could endanger our season. Like, you know, and there's a chance of that. There's 10 of you in the chat at the moment. Please make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe if you have not subscribed, okay? So yeah, it can be distracting. Do you know what I mean? I just think in the day, sort of like, I don't know if it was the right time to actually sort of like come out with this kind of like with this news. I just don't think it's the right time. Not for me really. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, don't know what. And then that to say. I don't know what to say. Do you know what I mean? I think in the day it should have been sort of like, right. I think in the day sort of like I'm still in the thought, and then you would have known in the day sort of like when you sign that contract in the day, you would have known in the day sort of whether you was coming to them, whether the energy in the day wasn't there anymore. So personally, in the day, I just don't think you should have signed a new contract. Do you know what I mean? Right, let's just go back to check out some of these. Right. So, Stevie G, Alonso, this is Bonkers NFC. Stevie G, Alonso, anybody also to replace him, Pep Linders. I would say if I was like gonna choose them two, I'd have Steven Gerrard as number two and Alonso at the day as the manager. You know what I mean? I don't think Steven Gerrard is good enough to be like the Liverpool manager. To be honest, I don't think he's good enough. You know what I mean, it come out of nowhere at Roz. I got woken up with the text about it. I got woken up by my brother about it. My brother phoned me this morning. This was about 12 o'clock, and I was like, he was there late night last night. So yeah, brother woke me up and said to me, yeah, you know what I mean. This is what happened, and I was just like, I I still didn't believe it till I actually saw it. Do you know what I mean? I was just like, I was in dismay, really, to be honest. I'm shocked. Yeah, same here. Bonkers FC, same here. Ross generally things Liverpool will be generally think Liverpool will be okay. Yes, there will be a few bumps, but we will be okay. Whatever we think on FSG, I'm sure they will want a man that has the team club best interests at heart. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but there's evidence at the end of the day that sort of like they don't. You know what I mean? But we have to wait and see. We all didn't think that we all don't want Klopp to go, but all good things must come to an end. Yeah, I understand that, but like, it's just this is just a bit too sudden for me. Ravi says Rod's WMM. I don't know what that means. Not sure. Maybe he didn't want to risk it getting out. Better that we hear it from him. Only guessing. Yeah. Well, could be the case. God, I've got an Arsenal fan inside here. We've got a Chelsea fan inside here. Big up Rods. That's come from Ravenite. Big up Ravenite. Let's see what this Chelsea's going to say. Selfish decision to leave. Why? I don't think he's selfish at all, to be honest. Klopp leaving in May. That's Camino. Big up Mr. C. Camino. Big up. Yeah, big up Ravenite. If Klopp, Ravi says if Klopp is a guest on football games, rivals fans will come to expect that Klopp, when he makes opinions, he's doing it for football. If that makes sense. Big up Brian, that's come from Ravenite, and also Ravi again says, Rods, I'm not FSG's biggest fan, but it was the best way I could explain it. Yeah, I hear you. Brian says, as soon as we started making contacts with replacement managers, it would have gotten out from agents talking to Romano. Yeah, I suppose so. But like, you just sort of like, there's ways you can keep it in house. Just ways that you can keep it in house. Really. Are we watching the press conference at 3 o'clock? Like that. Press conference gone, isn't it? I think it's gone. I think the press conference gone, my friend. That was it yesterday.
Things which are influenced by it, and especially personal situations. So people from my staff need to know early, and especially club needs to know early and needs to plan. And you cannot plan anything. You cannot really start. You can do a lot of stuff with knowing it, but not making it public. But decisive things, a lot of things you cannot do, and that means the club needs time over the years. My role obviously was a pretty dominant one. It was not intentionally, but it happened. And a lot of moments when I wish that I don't have to do that again. It's the third time that I have to do something like that, and I really don't want that. But in the end, I have to, because one thing I'm really convinced of: if you have to make a decision like that, it's better you do it slightly early than slightly too late. Because too late would have been the worst thing happen. I don't know, next season, September, I realize, oh my God, that's it. I cannot do it anymore. And then we are in the middle of a season, everything. So this club, everything we built in the last years, is a wonderful platform, a wonderful basis for the future. And the only thing what could disturb that now is pretty much that you cannot make the right decisions because you are running out of time. And that was very important to me, that I really inform everybody as early as somehow possible.
You said disturbance there. Are you at all?
You know what? I still think it's something to do with FSG. You know, I still think it's something to do with FSG. I think at the end of the day, it's like he's probably come to the decision in the day that he can't work with FSG anymore. He just can't do it anymore. Because there's a bit in there when he says that, and they sort of like, when we was like, preparing for next season. I mean, obviously potential targets and so on, so on. Do you know what I mean? The passion weren't there anymore. Do you know what I mean? I just feel it. I just feel it in the day that sort of like, it's got something larger to do with FSG, and he just thinks that, he hasn't got the energy to work with FSG anymore. He hasn't got the energy at the end of the day to perform miracles anymore. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. It's just like the next manager that comes in at the day is going to have to be able to perform miracles. You know what I mean? Now, is there a manager like out there apart from Klopp and that can do that? And I don't think so. Alonso at the end of the day, um, Alonso at the day, as great as he is as a manager so far, you know what I mean? Because he's learnt from the best in a certain way, because he's been coached by the best. He's been coached by Jose Mourinho. He's been coached by Ancelotti. Do you know what I mean? He's been coached by Pep Guardiola. Do you know what I mean? So really and truly, he's been coached by the best. Benitez, Rafa Benitez is in there as well. Can't forget him. So he has been coached by the best. So he's probably at the day reason why at the day that he's the top of the league at the moment with Leverkusen and could very well win the league is because at the day, right? You know what I mean? He's taken sort of like bits from all those best managers in the day and incorporating it into his style. Yeah. Now, I say at the day, sort of like, that's great and all. Come to club, do that, but can you still work under the constraints at the day? What is there to prepare you at the day for working under the constraints at the day that sort of like FSG at the day would impose on you? With want of a better word. Right, let's get back to it.
All concerned this news could have a negative impact on the remainder of the season?
I understand the question 100%. That's up to us, I would say. I had a similar situation at Dortmund. The circumstances are completely different, but it's a similar situation. Cannot deny that. It's up to us. So after this announcement, we will have probably a press conference or stuff like that. After that, I'm 100% in the season. We can go through it. I think we have in ILWL, we have kind of 30 games coming up or something like that. That's in other countries a full season. So there are so many things out to play for, and there might be some ideas from the outside to disturb what we are doing. But it's all about us. The way we grew together in the last few years is absolutely exceptional, And I always said it, and especially now it's still true. Nothing has to happen because of me. So nobody has to make the games now about me. Please don't. If I can ask for that, it would be really nice. And we just support each other.
Yeah. Too late, Klopp. Too late. It already is about you. It's going to be about you. People are going to sort of like, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking that you announcing this new time, because apparently in the day, the players found out this morning. FSG at the name knew in November. The players found out this morning of like what's happening. It's not very good, is it?
I'm fully here. I don't think anybody realized any difference in the last few months. If there may be a positive change, because I have to say, when I made the decision, as hard as it is, was a relief as well. It was like, okay, there will be a finishing line, and not for not being here anymore. If I could stay here and in that role, I would be over the moon. I just can't, and that's it. I really want to perform on the highest level, and we get only disturbed if we let it happen. as a club, and I really hope that it will not happen with the team. I'm sure that they will be fine with the crowd. I'm sure will be fine, but the world out there is bigger, and the social media world and all these kind of things. But I think it's worth that we really do what we always did. We live in a moment. We push each other as much as we can, and we go for absolutely everything. And the rest is next season. That there's no difference really for that season, to be 100% honest. Everything what happened in the last few years, it was always my name, but it obviously plenty of people are working on everything, and they're still working on that and still doing that. My role will change. A lot of other things will stay the same, and so the club is in good hands, and the future is bright, and even brighter when I don't have to do it anymore with not exactly the same energy level as before. If you look at my career, this career is actually not possible, I would say, because where I'm coming from, ending up as the manager of Liverpool FC is a fairy tale and a very difficult thing to plan. I would say impossible to plan and difficult to reach. But it's only possible if you are very busy and 100,000% committed to everything you do when you dedicate your whole life to it. That's what I did, and I came here and I said it on the first day as a normal guy. I am still a normal guy. I just don't live a normal life for too long now, and I don't want to wait until I'm too old for having a normal life. And I need at least to give it a try at one point to see how it is. Will I miss it? Well, I said I never had this really before, so I need to give it a try, and it's the right moment for me, and I think it's the right.
So, so it looks like, and he just wants to spend time with his family and lead a normal life. Yeah, I can respect that. I can respect, but still, at the end of the day, sort of like you probably had the chance to do that, and to do that. But my argument is that it's like you signed obviously another contract, a contract extension. Do you know what I mean? I would have just not. I would have not bothered signing that contract extension. You know what I mean? You know, and then obviously at the end of sort of like at the end of your contract, you could have just said, "All right, then you know what? I'm gone." You know what I mean? I want sign another contract extension because at the day, there's other things I want to do in life and so forth. So I don't know. I still think at the day it's something to do with FSG. To be honest, still think that, but I suppose we'll never know until he decides to write a book. Uh, all right, so he's gone into this. If Klopp is no, sorry, I read that one before. Big up Brian. That's come from Ravenite. Wasn't saying, but I think I'll read that one as well. Okay. As soon as so, I've read that one as well. Have I read this one? I've read that one. Yeah, look at the good things Klopp brought to the game. The game, for instance, 5 subs rule. Yep, it's come from Ravi. Yeah, you agree with that. That's fair enough. Come from Brian. I can't see how Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent will continue. That's come from AK, Chelsea supporter. Troop said it's. Troop says it has. This will be a celebration of Klopp. Liverpool fans will not Klopp out to Wenger in out, and like the Arsenal fans were. Okay. Liverpool are dusted. I think you get confused with your club, Chelsea. I think, to be honest, that's just saying, my friend. Whereas there will be more to come from Klopp. Like I do think FSG has played a part in this. I do. Um, Moses, to do. I would like to take Deserby from Brighton. That's a good thought. That's a good thought. Deserby. Deserby good for the Fulham, Bournemouth, the Lutons, but not the top tier teams. Yeah, it's gone for Rabbit. I agree with that also. AK, are Chelsea any better as you have all the money in the world? Exactly. That's one thing you got to ask yourself, AK. Um, we'll be dealing with Chelsea in due time at Ravi. Yeah. Right, it's going to give you some more of this video.
Moment as well for the club, because I can't do the job from next year on anymore as I did it before, and then I'm not the right one anymore.
What was the reaction of the club's ownership when you informed them?
Yeah, they didn't smash a party. So we had obviously we developed a really good relationship over the years, but I explained it, and they know me now for so long that they know I don't say these kind of things and leave a little bit of door open. Come on, try to convince me. These kind of things. I said we know each other for so long, and that was clear, and they accepted. They just accepted it, and nobody was really happy. The few people I told it so far, I had to tell it, we're not really happy. I'm not happy with it. I just know it's right. I think what are the alternative scenarios? What are they? Yeah. Usually, you get as a manager, you get a sack. So then you have a bad spell before 5, 6, 7 weeks, and everybody is relieved when you part ways. The other thing is you get. I'm not sure what's the other one. You get ill and you have to stop. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I have to do it like that. I don't know. I don't like that we have to make that fuss of myself. I don't consider myself as that important, but I know that the outside world sees that's slightly different, and that's why we do that. Doing a press conference, doing an official announcement, is a rare thing to do. In that situation, we just want to make sure that everybody who is with us gets informed in the best possible way. But after this, I'm completely in the Norwich game. I'm completely in the Chelsea game, in the Arsenal game, whatever game coming up, I'm completely in that. There's no need for any farewell parties now. With this a long season to go, I want to be 100% in it, and I am. Nobody has to worry about my mindset. I just hope that it would be really cool if you just could accept my decision as a difficult one, but the right one. That's it. Because as much as I love everything and still think it's the right one, that could show you it is probably the right one.
From your perspective, after the announcement is made, it is in this building, it's just business as usual.
Yeah, definitely. Business as usual with a few sad faces for a few days, but it's always changes. In a good moment to change is obviously something what doesn't happen too often, but if it happens, it's still a chance. So nobody knows what the future will bring, but the basis is so good. This team is so good. If you would have asked me 10 years ago, taking over this year, or my younger version taking over this team, I would run through a brick wall to do that. Unfortunately, I do this job since 24 years, and at one time I need to have a look. how life is actually. So because I don't know, I just don't know, and that's what I need to figure out before it's too late for me, if you want. And I have to try that. I have to try that now, and I know I don't know exactly when, but I signed a new contract not too long ago, and I was over the moon when I did it. And it was exactly what I felt in that moment. The one thing I didn't know and I underestimated was the fact that my energy source is not endless, because I never had that issue. And when I realized that, then I had to tell people that's what I owe you all. And I tried to describe it already. I had to explain it to Ulla clearly, and I tried to explain it with, I am like a proper sports car, not the best one, but a pretty good one, can still drive 160, 170, 180 miles per hour, but I'm the only one who sees the tank needle is going down. The outside world doesn't see that. That's good. So you go as long as you have to go, but then you need a break. In this case, you need to go to the petrol station, and that's exactly what I know I have to do. But nobody has to worry until the end of this season. I know that I will be fine until then.
When you signed that last contract in 2022, there was a lot of talk about Ulla and her influence in making that happen. What's her reaction to this news?
I had to explain it. Of course, I had to. So it was not like, oh, thank God, it was a misunderstanding. Not at all. So she asked me why, and I explained it like I explained it now to you, with a few more maybe private details. But besides that, it was pretty similar. And obviously, Ulla wants me to do well, and if I and be fine. And when she realized that it's obviously really that I'm really clear about that, and she knows I don't take these kind of things lightly. Yeah, she is happy for me that I'm happy with the decision, because that's the truth. And when people tell me now how all the different things we do in the moment and what's going well with the team and stuff like this, I enjoy it like crazy. But I enjoy it as well because I know I will not. I have to do it forever. I need to find a different purpose as well. I need to have a look for it. If you ask me, will you ever work as a manager again? I would say now, no. But I don't know, obviously, how that will feel, because I never had the situation. What I know definitely, I will never ever manage a different club in England than Liverpool. 100%. That's not possible. My love for this club, my respect for the people is so big. I couldn't for a second think about it. There's no chance. This is part of my life, we are part of family. We feel home here. There's no chance to do that. But all the rest, will I ever work again? Of course, I know myself. I cannot sit just around, but I will find something else maybe to do. But I will not manage a club or a country at least for a year.
Yeah. So you said that yeah. Give me a second.
Blood clot, but who want it? Who want it? You see it?
Don't want it, man. Don't want it. Thing on, man. Can't bother with all that shit. Yeah, man, back. Sorry about that. It's just listen, when you're doing running a challenge by yourself, you know what I mean? It's like there's certain things in the day, so like you can't do all at once. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. It's just something in the day that like I'm gonna rewind it. I'm gonna go back a bit here. Play this. Play it like this.
Happy with the decision because that's the truth. And people, when people tell me now how all the different things we do in the moment and what's going well with the team and stuff like this, I enjoy it like crazy. But I enjoy it as well because I know I will not. I have to do it forever. I need to find a different purpose as well. I need to have a look for it. If you ask me, will you ever work as a manager again? I would say now, no. But I don't know, obviously, how that will feel because I never had the situation. What I know definitely, I will never ever manage a different club in England than Liverpool. 100%. That's not possible. My love for this club, my respect for the people is so big. I couldn't for a second think about it. There's no chance. This is part of my life, we are part of family. We feel home here. There's no chance to do that. But all the rest, will I ever work again? Of course, I know myself. I cannot sit just around, but I will find something else maybe to do. But I will not manage a club or a country at least for a year. So that's not possible. I cannot do that, and I don't want to. And that's all. It's such a strange situation because I have to explain that I don't have energy anymore, but I'm now sitting here and I have energy and I'm buzzing for everything what's happening here. But because of the relationship we have, I have to think about this because nobody will sack me. I have to make this decision by myself. And in the moment,
I don't know. I mean, it just is a bit suspect to me. You know, you're saying it and they sort of like, you know, if you ask me in this moment, would I manage again? He's saying no. But then again, he's saying and they sort of like, you know, he will manage again. But yes, he's at least going to take, he won't manage a club for a year, but he will manage again. So I would have thought, and probably the best thing to do is for you to take a sabbatical. Just take a year out, and then you know what I mean, and then you can decide whether you want to come back or not. But take a year out, let Pep Linders at the day take over the team. You know what I mean, yeah, and you have a rest or do what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? But to actually leave at the day, then you know you probably rock up somewhere else. You know what I mean? What if that's what I'm saying? What if like a Premiership club like Arsenal and they ask you to come and manage them? Are you gonna go to Arsenal? Do you know what I mean? Are you gonna go to Chelsea? That's what I'm saying. It's just like a bit kind of thing. You know what I mean? So um, listen, I'm not fucking leave it. I'm gonna play some more than leave it there.
responsibility I have for everything here tells me I am not the right one for the future. So I have to tell. And as much as I wish I would be. And that's what I do here. So
It's frustrating me. To be honest, it's just frustrating. How can you say you're not the right one for the future and when you've built a future for the club? Oh well, you know what I mean. It's obviously your kind of like your decision. You know what I mean. I just think at the end of the day, sort of like it has a lot to sort of like do with FSG. You know what I mean? I just think it's a lot to do with FSG. He's probably finally come to the reason in the day that sort of like, well, you know, FSG, I can't do with FSG anymore. Do you know what I mean? You know, so let's go through some of this comment before I actually leave. Right, let's go down to Mari, big up yourself. Mari says, Uncle Rodz, big up. Ravi, big up. Brian Morrissey, big up. Ravenite FC, big up. Hot Fuzz, big up. Okay, another weekend Liverpool ruined my weekend. Yep, I hear you, babe. Rodz, a young, hungry manager is what we need going forward. As much as we didn't want to Klopp to go, we just hope that the next brother can cope working with FSG. Facts. Okay. Would you take Potter? You're mad. Ross Klopp is got to have had a say on who the next Rodriguez is coming in. Yeah, I suppose so. Mario Hakeem says Jose Mourinho is available. No, I don't want him. Trolling Hakeem, you're trolling, G. No to Joe's. Yeah, facts. The one in anywhere near my club. No Conte, no Josie, no Potter. Alonso, Zidane, Diego Simeone, Hans Flick. Yeah, that sounds good. Bonkers to see. No Jose, and Conte, and no Potter. No, none of them, man. You're mad. I don't want none of them, man. In my fucking club. You know what I mean? Oh well. So that's it then. Klopp to leave at the end of the season. He feels that he can't do anything more with Liverpool. He has to sort of like, he's thinking of doing other things. You know what I mean? Not much I can say to that. I mean, I still actually feel that today is something to do with FSG. I feel that today that he's fed up of working with working alongside FSG, and he just had enough, and he's just thinking that for his own sanity, and then they sort of like, he's got to go. Because the thing is about it is that he's saying that they sort of like, he has to explore other things, you know what I mean, in life, you know what I mean? Yeah, both in life and do other things, and spend time with his family, you know what I mean? For what he wants to do and for the decision making, a year at the end of the day is not long enough. Do you know what I mean? You're talking about a year. Because you're saying that it'd be a year before he manages any club or any like an international team or whatever. It'll be a year before he does that. Do you know what I mean? So to me, at the end of the day, it's just come out of the blue and everything. It's a shock. And it's a bit like, if you go back to the Bill Shankly days and everything, like when he left at the end of the day, that was a shock. It just come out of the blue. People in the day couldn't believe it. They're thinking, why is he leaving? You know what I mean? And even then at the day, Bill Shankly and they regretted the decision that he made because he still wanted to be around the club. And I think, so, well, you can't have your cake and eat it. Do you know what I mean? So trust Jurgen. Dustin says trust Jurgen. Yeah, I trust Jurgen, but I just think there's more to it. I just think there's more to his decision at the day of leaving. Do you know what I mean? Because when you think about it, this has come out of the blue. Even if at the day he's told sort of like FSG in November, it's still come out of the blue. The players at the day have just found out today at the day what he's going to do at the end of the season. Do you know what I mean? He's not saying that they will look. I'm going to leave at the end of the following season. He's not saying that. Do you know what I mean? He's saying that today he's leaving at the end of this season. So that's sort of like right there. February, March, April, May. 4 months. That's what I'm trying to say. That's 4 months to be got off club. Do you know what I mean? So nobody can tell me at the day that's not sudden. Do you know what I mean? Nobody can tell me that's not sudden. And why would you sign Why would you sign a contract extension? You must have known at the day your plans at the day to go. As I say, I'm not having a go at Klopp at the day because you make because you made your decision. But what I'm saying today is just like, there's more to it than what we are privy to know. There's more to this at the day. And I think it has a lot to do with FSG. I think it has a lot to do with FSG. He's probably thinking in there, well, I can't do it anymore. I heard Alonso has first refusal to go to Madrid. He probably has, but he's not going to go to that because what's my man? Ancelotti signed a contract extension with Real Madrid. He signed a contract extension. Do you know what I mean? And the fact in the day, sort of like with him and day, right? With Alonso's good and all that, but with Ancelotti, it's literally, he's got it good at Real Madrid. He's got it good. Do you know what I mean? I can see Ancelotti and they've been there for another 2, maybe 3 years. And is Alonso going to wait that long? You know what I mean? When he can more or less get a job at the day, at a club at the day, just as prestige as Real Madrid. I don't know, man. Don't know anymore. It just seems a bit too sudden. It's too sudden. Yeah, what is it? This decision is too sudden. Yeah, and also, there's a lot more to it than what they're telling us. Seriously, that's me. Right, I'm going to end the stream now. So please, guys, if you're going to watch this in a replay, please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to the channel. Like and subscribe to the channel. And also share the content on all social media platforms as well. Please do. Sad news. Well, what can we do? What's right there? What can we do? Guys, I'll be back at 5:45 today with match preview for the FA Cup game this weekend. So I'll be back then. So come and join me. In the meantime, guys, peace, love, and respect.